What if I told you that a Mexican naval officer explored more of the Pacific Northwest than almost anyone in the 18th century, yet his name has been nearly erased from history? Today, we're talking about Juan Francisco de la Bodega y Cuadra, the unsung hero who helped shape the west coast of North America. While most history books focus on British and American explorers like Captain Cook and Lewis and Clark, they skip over the Spanish expeditions that actually came first. And leading many of these dangerous voyages was Bodega y Cuadra, a Peruvian-born officer serving New Spain, who became one of the most skilled navigators of his time. Born in 1743 in Lima, Peru, he joined the Spanish Royal Navy and was eventually stationed in San Blas, Mexico, which was the launching point for expeditions up the Pacific coast. In 1775, Bodega y Cuadra commanded a tiny 36-foot schooner called the Sonora on an expedition to Alaska. Think about that, a boat smaller than most modern yachts, sailing into uncharted, freezing waters. During this voyage, he became the first European to explore and map Sitka Sound in Alaska. His crew battled scurvy, storms, and hostile encounters. At one point, 7 of his men were killed in a conflict with indigenous peoples. Despite all this, Bodega y Cuadra pushed north to 58 degrees latitude, farther than any Spanish explorer before him. He didn't stop there. He returned in 1779 and made multiple expeditions, meticulously mapping the coastline, establishing relationships with native peoples, and claiming territories for Spain. His charts were so accurate that they were used by explorers for decades after. In 1792, Bodega y Cuadra was sent to negotiate one of the most important diplomatic moments in North American history, the Nootka Crisis. Spain and Britain were on the brink of war over territorial claims in the Pacific Northwest. Bodega y Cuadra met with British Captain George Vancouver at Nootka Sound, and here's where it gets interesting. Despite being on opposite sides, the two men developed a deep mutual respect. They were both professional, diplomatic, and genuinely interested in exploration over conquest. They got along so well that Vancouver proposed naming the largest island in the region after both of them, Quadra and Vancouver Island. Though it was eventually shortened to just Vancouver Island, the gesture shows how much Vancouver admired him. So why don't we know his name? After Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821, much of the Spanish colonial history, including the accomplishments of officers like Bodega y Cuadra, was downplayed or forgotten. Add to that the dominance of English-language histories in North America, and you get a hero lost to time. But his legacy lives on. The town of Bodega Bay in California, named after him. Various points along the Alaskan and Canadian coasts still bear his name, and historians today recognize him as a pioneer who explored with respect and precision. Juan Francisco de la Bodega y Cuadra explored thousands of miles of uncharted coastline, created maps that guided generations, and proved that diplomacy could triumph over conflict. He deserves to be remembered. If you enjoyed learning about this forgotten hero, hit that like button and subscribe for more untold stories from history. Who should we cover next? Let me know in the comments below.